Okay, today is the 16th of October 2023, and I'd like us to talk about volume of triangular prism. Okay, thank you to everyone who has been watching our videos, okay, and who have already subscribed. Please, if you haven't subscribed, can you consider doing that? Share, like, and follow us, okay, depending on which platform you are following from. And then also, if the account is not yours, please ask for permission before you do this, okay. If you are below the legal limit and you want to watch, okay, ask your parents or whoever you live with to help you open an account, and then you can use it to watch, okay. And linking to scammers, don't use somebody's account to subscribe because they've given you access to their account, okay. Ask for permission first before you subscribe, please. I'll appreciate your help on that. I normally write, please follow my notes / script, okay. So I will appreciate it a lot, and I can use your help on this, okay. So for instance, if you are watching the video, listening is good, but you need to be following the note as well. So for instance, this is L times L, okay. So if I'm pointing to this, and then you hear L times L times L, no, we are here, okay. So this is what I mean, okay. I could really use your help on that. And with these people, these scammers, all I have to say is beware of them, okay. Do not accept friend requests of people you don't know, okay. And then also, if somebody is asking you for donation for this platform, it's not me, okay. And donation linking to this platform and orphanages, amputees, seriously ill people, I haven't done that. So beware of these people. Now recap. We looked at possible surface area of shapes, okay, like cube, cuboids, and triangular prism, okay. We've done, I think, 2 videos on that, okay. It will help you a lot to have a look, okay. We did straightforward examples and examples in word format. So we also look at like the lost property box, okay, the company, the wrapping paper. And I said to you, assuming it's in a word format, okay, and then it's worded, it's like a sentence format, and then they give you all this thing, you should start thinking about surface area, okay. Please refer to the last video to help you a lot, the last 2 videos, okay. Today I'll start at what is the area and volume of these shapes, okay. So area of a square, by now we should know what a square is, okay. And we should know what a rectangle is, what a cube is, what a cuboid is, okay. These are basic shapes, even from primary school you should know that. So the area of the square is length times length, okay. Area of a cube is length times length times length. Okay, always remember your cubit. No, volume of a cube, sorry, is length times length times length. Always remember your unit. Area of a rectangle is length times width or length times breadth. Okay. Volume of a cuboid is length times width times height. Here again, remember your unit. Don't fall into the temptation or category of writing your answer without the unit. They will mark you down. That is what I just said to you. Remember your unit. Very important. Today, we are going to look at some shapes and finding volume. So, last video we look at this shape, triangular prism. Okay, the last two ones, and then we found the surface area. Okay, first, the first video we opened it up, and then we found the surface area. That is a triangular prism because the side is a triangle, both sides. Okay. So we are looking at the surface area of the triangle last lesson. Today we are going to find the volume. Okay, we are going to find the volume, not the surface area. Okay, now to find the volume of a triangular prism like the one above, you need to find the area, because the triangular prism, it has three sides, so you need to find the area of the triangle. Okay, and then you multiply by the distance, the length of the prism. So if the prism, this distance to this distance, is the same as this distance to this distance, and they give you one of them, all you need to do is to find the area and multiply by the distance. Okay, so to find the volume of a triangle prism, that's what I found. So you know the area of a triangle, which is the half base times height. Now, this is the base of the triangle. Okay, this is the slanted height. That's not what you use. You use the perpendicular height, the one from the top there to somewhere in the middle there. Okay, most of the time in the question they give it to you if you are supposed to find volume. So that will be the area of the triangle. So after you've got the area, you multiply it by this distance here. Okay, the area, the length of the whole prism, which is straightforward. Okay, and we call that this. So the volume of the triangular prism, first you find the area of the triangle, and then you multiply it by d, which is the distance from here to there. Now let's look at example. Okay, find the volume of the triangular prism below, and it's not to scale, please. So I've given you a triangular prism. Okay, if it is a prism with 5 sides or 4 sides or 6 sides, you still need to find the area of the shape, and then you multiply by the distance. Okay, now look at the diagram carefully. The perpendicular height is from there to there. It makes 90 degrees with the base. So we can find the area of the triangle here, which is half 20 times 21 millimeters times 14. Remember your units. So half times 21 millimeters, which is the base, times the height, 14 millimeters, with this height, not the slanted one here. If you do this correctly, okay, by calculator or by your head, because half 2 can go into 14 7 times, and 14 7 times 21 is 147. So you can easily do that because it is easy numbers to work with. You should get 147 millimeter squared. Everything here is in millimeters, so our answer will be millimeter squared. Now its area of a triangle, so it's 1 millimeter squared. Remember your units. Now the question says we should find volume, not area. So how do we find volume? We find volume, as I've shown you. After we found the area, we multiply by this length. Okay, now that length here is 52. So we found the area, and then we multiply again by 52 millimeters. That will be the volume. Okay, we multiply that by the length, 52 centimeters. Okay, so now if you do that also on the calculator, you get 7,644 millimeter cube. Remember, it's volume. Okay, and our unit have been given us in millimeters, so our answer will be millimeter cube. Okay, don't just write the figure and leave the unit part out. Okay, so the volume of this triangular prism is 7644 millimeter cube. Another example here. Consider the right angle triangular prism. So now we know it's a right angle. Okay, it's not just a triangle. This part is a right angle and the other side is a right angle. That means there is one which is 90 degrees. Find the volume. Okay, so we are finding the volume, okay, not the surface area. So first we need to find the area, okay, which is half base. The base here will be 48 centimeters, and the height is a perpendicular height because it makes an angle of 90 degrees, and the height is 36 centimeters. Okay, and then the base is 48 centimeters. So the area in our unit is in centimeters, so the area will be half 48 there, which is our base, and our height 36 centimeters. Again, remember your unit. You can have any of them and multiply, or you can multiply and divide by 2. If you do that on your calculator, you should get 864 centimeters squared. Again, area of a triangle, so it's centimeters squared. Now we go on and find the volume. So now that we know the area of a triangle, we need this distance. Okay, 63 centimeters is the same as this distance here. Okay, so we multiply this area by 63 centimeters. All the units are in centimeters. Okay, so if you multiply correctly, 864 centimeters squared, which is the area, times 63 centimeters, then our volume becomes 54,432 centimeter cube. Remember, we are finding volume. So again, is centimeter cube. Okay, so that will be our answer for that shape there. Now let's look at another example. Consider the triangular prism below. Find its volume. Okay, again, this is straightforward. Okay, so now we need to find the area of the triangle and then multiply by this length here, how long the prism is. Okay, now the distance wasn't labeled here, but it was labeled here. Okay, and this distance is the same as that distance. Okay, so these are things you should be watching out for. You can't be there and say, oh, we always use this distance, so because I'm not giving, then you wouldn't attempt the question, because the distance is right before you. From there to there is the same as from there to there, unless they say otherwise. If it's not, they will give you a different distance. Okay, now what is the unit here? Meters. Okay, so this is meters, so you cannot use anything else. So your answer volume will be meter cube. Okay, area is meter squared. Okay, we are not doing surface area, we are looking for the volume of the prism. So first, we straight away find the area of a triangle, the triangle here. So the base is 23 meters and the perpendicular height is 16 meters. I'm stressing, you want the perpendicular height, not the slanted height. Okay, so area of the triangle is half base times height. It's a standard formula. Okay, you should get used to it by now. So half, our base is 23 meters and our height is 16 meters there. So half, you can multiply 16 by 23 and divide by 2. Okay, or half 16, which is 8, and divide by 23 and multiply by 23. Now if you do that correctly, you should get 184 meter squared, because the units on the prism are in meters. Now we go ahead now and look at the area, the volume, please. The volume of the prism. We are finding the volume, not the area. Okay. The volume of the prism. So the volume of the prism is the area which we have found and the distance. So this distance is 35 meters. So now 184 meters squared times 35 meters. And when you multiply correctly, you have on your calculator, you have 6440 meter cube. Okay, that would be our volume. So now today I brought you a recap and I asked you to look at the last video because we've been doing surface area, and then the starter we have just looked at area of square, volume of cube, okay, rectangles, cube, volume of the cuboid, and then remember your units when you are solving this kind of question. Remember, area is the unit you've been given, all squared. Volume is the unit you've been given, all cube. Okay. And then I've introduced you to how to find the area of the prism. So it's the area times the distance, and then you saw that sometimes they only label the distance at the top, but they might label it here. It's the same thing. So after you've used half base times height to find the area of the prism, then you go ahead and multiply by the distance, and your unit will be unit cube. Okay. And then you also have to remember, if the question, the units you've been given in the figure is millimeter squared, millimeter, then your answer will be millimeter cube if you are finding the volume. Okay, don't make that mistake and say that, oh, we always answer our questions in centimeters, so you put your answer in centimeters. That would be a very bad mistake. Don't do that. And then I've looked at some examples with you. Okay, we've looked at some examples. So thank you so much for watching our today's video. Okay, and I'll see you in the next.